Dear Dairy. So, for one, I know that the bear in the background has been attacked by a big blue corpuscle. It's sort of like the end of the Fantastic Voyage when the giant, well, it's not a giant white blood cell, it's actually a regular sized white blood cell, is attacking and digesting Donald Pleasance. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's actually a really good movie. And then go watch 12 Angry Men and learn why some of us love jury duty so much. Anyway, it's nothing to do with what I was going to talk about. So today was a day. It was a decent Saturday. Lots of interesting things going on. I went and did some mining in Eve. I watched a fair bit of SVU and closed the gap between that and criminal intent. But something that just kind of came into focus for me as I was looking at Twitter. Obviously, it's very late and I'm very tired. So I was looking at Twitter, and there's been a lot more discussion about the emergent AI in EverQuest Next. Apparently, if I read this thing correctly, it was on Reddit, so I didn't read the Reddit post or article. I don't read Reddit yet, so I don't know if it's called a post or something. Anyway, somebody, I think, had posted that people were making, player-made weapons and selling them to orcs in EverQuest Next, and then the orcs were using those weapons to attack towns and stuff. And I think that's amazing. It kind of worries me a little bit. There was a doctor somewhere who took like Quake and updated the AI and basically gave it sort of a learning AI, and it was supposed to learn how best to not get shot or win the game or whatever. And he basically left it alone and just let it play itself for a long ass time. Came back 4, 10, 800 years later, and all of the characters were just standing around not doing anything, and they weren't shooting at each other because apparently they had learned that if they don't shoot at each other, then they don't get shot. And it's like the end of war games where the only winning move is not to play. Same sort of thing, I guess, kind of. And then, of course, I think if he got in one of the characters himself and went in and shot somebody, all of the other characters turned and shot him, whoever shot. So it's kind of like a self-enforcing thing, which was very cool. I think we could learn a lot from that AI and just stop attacking each other. But anyway, I'm sure there are other elements at play here. It's not like the different fighters in the Quake game had resources to fight over. Of course, we fight over resources that we don't have to fight over because we have so much of it. Which was the best depiction was that picture of that actress next to that kid, and the caption was, "Let me get this straight. You got so much clean water that you shit in it." Like, oh my God, that's so brilliant and so true. That's the sort of thing that puts things into perspective. But again, drifting way off topic from what I was intending to talk about. It makes this emergent AI thing. Makes me really want to figure out, is there going to be a way that you can take this sort of thing and just build another server somewhere that you just let it go? Let the AI develop on its own, like the orcs and the goblins or whatever. That they will start back and forthing as they try to expand and take over each other's territory and whatnot. I just want, because with the Quake thing, the definition of winning the game was probably the best ratio of not getting shot to getting shot, and then, if not getting shot at was the objective, then, eventually, if that was winning, what is it for? I mean, there was an episode of Doctor Who with Tom Baker where he said, computers are very stupid. They can only do what you tell them to do. And so I guess with this level of emergent AI, it's like the I guess you'd call it a robot, or the AI that was on Jeopardy. I've forgotten his name. And I say his because we've imbued him, we've ascribed a gender, but he had a male voice, so we'll go with it. Is he smart enough? I mean, what he was basically data analysis and retrieval. I don't know if it's exactly intelligent. He was a library computer. There was an element of artificial intelligence to it, but is he capable of independent reasoning? If you ask him, given your current state, what would be the next best upgrade to make you better? Would he then try to figure out how to design a body for himself? And if you then gave him the option to design a body for himself, through trial and error, he was allowed to evolve himself a body, come up with a design on his own, and try it, build it with little robotic arms, and then try it and boot around and say, oh, well, okay, that doesn't work because of that, so let's change this. And I mean, if you gave him the option to do it, I mean, it's like maybe teaching AI is just like raising children. I mean, if you teach them correctly, maybe that's the way they need to be programmed. You just raise them like kids, just kids that learn a lot faster than than the average human child does. Maybe that's what, I don't know. I don't even know where the hell I'm going with this whole thing. I guess artificial intelligence is kind of a fascinating thing to me, but I don't have the technical knowledge to really get involved with it. I mean, I would want to, what I want to be kind of, C-3PO, human cyborg relations. I'll just be the human side of the human cyborg relations. I will sit down with, a piece of AI, really nice advanced AI, and say, let's talk about this. And we can explore different concepts together. And sometimes it's important to have a less than, immaculately educated person. Because giving them doctors and scientists and everything to talk to is all very well and good. And give them Joe Average, which I am squarely in that category. Just so they can learn what people are like as opposed to doctors. And that's not to say that doctors aren't people. But, I don't know, just AI fascinates me to no end. And I think it would be very cool to not necessarily play with. That sounds like you're getting a bit of a God complex. But I mean, just to, and I don't want to say experiment because that's just a synonym for it. Kind of, it just sounds more something I can't think of right now. Right, so that's what's going on in my brain right now, is thinking about the emergent AI in EverQuest Next, and what kind of experiments could you do with it to see just how far it will go? What are its limitations? How can you trigger some kind of an evolution? Not a big, large scale evolution, but small, tiny steps. Anyway, that's what tonight is for me, is thinking about that. So now I'm going to have a hard time going to sleep. Great. Yeah, that's about all I can think of right now. Apparently, if any of you read the World of Warcraft forums, one of the moderators there, Bashiok, Sunday is his birthday, so go to his Twitter feed and absolutely blow it the hell up, and wish him lots and lots of much happy birthdays and things, and send him pictures of puppies in birthday hats and things like that, and try to destroy him with cuteness. Can't really think of much else. Tomorrow, also Sunday. Well, not also Sunday because it was Sunday anyway. In 30 minutes from right when I'm recording this. Since it's Sunday, first thing in the morning, obviously, Marie Callender's brunch buffet. Even though it's at 9 a.m., they call it a brunch buffet. Whatever. Okay. But yeah. Eggs Benedict, spinach quiche, little sausage links, big ass salad, and a little bowl of cottage cheese, iced tea, no lemons, maybe some watermelon and strawberries, cantaloupe, honeydew. Actually, it's not cantaloupe. It's muskmelon. We don't have cantaloupes here in America. We have muskmelon, and just talk to Elton Brown about that. He will confirm all things. So, right, we're past the 11-minute mark, so I'm going to go ahead and go. All right? Have a good night. Be careless.